Alrighty, thank you, Trey. This morning we continue the coverage on Tropical Storm Beta. Standing by live, we have Victoria Fire Chief Robert Fox on the phone to talk about Tropical Storm Prep. Good morning, Chief Fox. Are you there?
I'm here. Good morning.
Thanks so much for being here. We wanted to talk a little bit about Beta, and we wanted to know what were some of the extra preparations that the fire department is taking for this storm.
Yeah, great question. So anytime we have a tropical storm or a hurricane, we start preparing around the fire stations. And what we did for Tropical Storm Beta is we brought in additional crews. In the event, we had increased down power lines, water rescues, those type of situations. And we also brought in our special operations team, which is a swift water rescue team, to be able to enact water rescues quickly.
Wow, great. And if a family or people in that event need to be rescued, what kind of advice would you give them after calling 911?
Yeah, always stay safe if you can. Get to higher ground, if you will, even if that means you're having to get on top of your car or top of a table. We want you to get out of the water. And we want you to be able to flag us down either with a flashlight or something to catch our attention so we can see where you're at.
And then in need of evacuations, speaking of which, what are some things that you would recommend that families pack to head out?
Yeah, great question. So if you're planning to evacuate, make sure you have, one, your medicines for those that are on medication, because if you evacuate, you don't know if you're going to be able to get those. Make sure you all have your important documents like your driver's license, Social Security card, those type of things that you would need for identification. Contact information is very important. Telephone numbers, write those down, because sometimes our cell phones fail and or you won't be able to use your cell phone. And what we found recently is really important is portable charging devices. These battery packs that'll charge your cell phone and different devices. Those are really beneficial when you're having to evacuate.
Well, that's great advice. You actually listed some things that I didn't even think of, so thank you so much for that. Finally, I wanted to ask, did you learn anything from Hurricane Harvey that might help you prepare for Beta?
I think something that, I think we're all prepared and aware of, the dangers of the storm as it's approaching. But what we want to share with everybody is the dangers of the storm after it's gone. And one of the big things that impacts people is the use of generators. We lose power, people run generators. A lot of times people put those too close to their house, and the next thing you know, they're having a carbon monoxide emergency, and or they catch their house on fire. So you have to be very careful post-storm for things like generators, using chainsaws, as you mentioned at the top, down power lines, things like that. So you have to be very careful even after the storm.
All right, well, thank you so much for answering these questions. We hope that you're staying safe out there, and we hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you. Everybody stay safe.
Thank you.